Welcome to another edition of Welcome to the Wall podcast. We got a full house in the biz.
Yes.
Sir Django.
Bang, bang, boomerang.
Ms. Ash.
And then we got some special guests in the building.
All right. So this is my name right here. I am the greatest gift. Yep, right on camera. Got that. I am the greatest gift. Yep. Contributing member. Yeah. Contributing member here every now and then, you know.
You're at the functions.
At the functions, yeah. Person you invite to the cookout occasionally, you know.
Occasional
All
cookout.
right, man. Your 10 seconds are up.
All right.
Dawn.
And I'm Bree.
Bree. You got an AKA, Bree?
No.
Okay.
Just Bree.
Where you from, Bree?
I'm from Ohio.
Ohio. And then, last but not least, we got
Ambitious Ace.
Ambitious. Oh, no,
Yeah.
Know what's going on?
Not today, man.
Okay.
It's cooling out today.
That's cooling out.
What's going on?
So, I wanted to talk to Bree today. First of all, how do we meet? Do you remember where we were at?
Yeah. It was some networking event in Midtown. And I ended up coming there, and you were like going around, you know, seeing if anybody was interested in acting or writing or anything like that. So then we ended up exchanging numbers, and then I came for the table read that weekend.
Now, already, we got to figure why did you decide to show up? Because when I talk to other people, I get ghosted. They be like, your followers ain't shit. Why?
Oh, dang.
Was it the fried chicken?
So actually, when I came here, I was actually like by myself for a majority of the time. So I was trying to get out and network and make new friends. And for whatever reason, I got out of my shell and I was just out, you know, meeting new people. And so when I seen that there was an opportunity to be able to meet new people and do what I like doing, I was like, okay, let me go.
Mm-hmm.
Normally I'd be too afraid to, you know, just venture out on my own, but I came and I'm happy I did because it was fun.
Oh, that's dope.
Now, in terms of your acting journey, like how did you get started? What sparked interest in acting?
I started officially acting a year ago. I started out trying to do modeling. I started in 8th grade, and then finally I ended up taking a acting class, and from there I just had so much fun. It was with the theater, and so I was like, okay, well, let me try to go a little bit further, and I auditioned for an agency in Cleveland, and I got signed. And then after that I ended up going to another acting I went to an audition. The director liked me so much, she hooked me up with her acting teacher, and from there he hooked me up with connections, and from there I was just a little discouraged because nothing was really happening for me.
What does that mean? Nothing's because you're part of an agency, right?
Yes, but I was going to auditions, but I wasn't getting booked. So
when you're through an agency, what does that mean?
So they signed me. I auditioned. They signed me, and basically they're supposed to send me work, and then from there I go to auditions, and they have like the connections that other people can't have. So I've auditioned for things that are on HBO. I've auditioned for things that are out in theaters, and so I was able to go to those huge auditions with those big directors, but I wasn't getting booked for anything. And I had to learn that with acting, it's patience that you need. And so when I got connected to that second acting teacher, at that point I was just kind of ready to give up, and I was only in acting for like 3 months. It's people who have been in the industry for like 5 years before they get their first big break. And he had to really just sit me down and say, you know, you're already one step ahead of everyone else. You have an agency that you got signed with, and you're out here in these auditions. He was like, don't give up. A month later, I got my first role for a show that I have on Amazon Prime. I actually got the lead role, which I didn't even go to audition for. Okay. Yeah, and they wanted me to be the lead. Wow. And I was scared because I was like, okay, first of all, this is my first gig, but it ended up turning out great. And then from there, people seen that, and then they wanted me to be a part of other film. So I did a short film that was a horror film, and then after that I did one more film over the summer, and it was like I had a supporting role, but it's a feature film that's going to be in like different indie film, different things like that. So then that's when I decided to move down here and give it a try.
So when these people are like, when they're doing the casting, in your case, what do you think they're looking for?
So
from your
actually,
perspective?
Good question.
Well, I've actually asked because I only see it from my end. I don't get to see it from the people who actually are doing the casting and stuff. But one thing that apparently everyone likes about me is the fact that I go in there and I know my scripts. I can memorize them, and I didn't know that. I actually thought that it was a universal rule that you're not allowed to walk into an audition with the script and read it. So I instantly like always knew my scripts, and apparently that's not what people do. So that's one thing that always like keeps me in their mind.
So that's actually not common for people to remember their scripts?
No. And so now I'm like, oh, maybe I should slack up, but I'm not. But, you know, that's what they said really like stands out to them. So that's just one big thing that I've stuck with.
So the first time you came, my style is I like to, part of my creative process is just kind of, all right, I'm going to just put this shit on y'all, and then y'all kind of react as you read it.
Yeah.
So from your, like, can you walk us through, how was your experience last time you were here in terms of doing like, do you normally do cold table reads? It's like,
no, I'm actually very fearful of cold table reads.
Really?
But
Really?
I got hooked up with an acting teacher after I came here.
Okay.
And she's prepared me for everything before I came down here. But when I got here, that's what I was so nervous about. I'm like, okay, so we're just getting the script right here and we're just going to go on and take it off. And so I was like, and then the very first thing you wanted me to hop in on, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to be. I don't know how this is gonna go. And it was so many thoughts running through my mind because I'm such like a perfectionist that I was so afraid that I was gonna trip over my words and mess up. But when I realized that everyone was just having a good time, I was able to like let loose and actually enjoy the process. So
that's kind of, it's just fun. And I mean, it's comedy, so it's not that deep.
Yeah.
Not like, clutch, I need more emotion.
Well,
Exactly.
you're kind of like that sometimes now.
I can agree with that. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
I ain't gonna lie. Oh, that's true.
Oh wow. Okay.
Just a little bit.
I've relaxed. I haven't. You know what? I'm like a reformed slave owner.
Yeah, okay.
I don't crack the whip no more.
Interesting. Okay. I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Okay.
I'm post abolition. I don't crack the whip no more.
like that. So I came after the fact apparently.
Yeah.
So it was good for me. It was crazy scripts, but it was such a good time.
Yeah,
So-
something very different.
Yeah. In terms of like the material, have you read any material like that? In terms of
No. That
Oh,
was the
really?
first time I ever read some like off the wall stuff like that.
that was off the wall.
Yeah,
Off
well,
the wall.
Which
Well,
scripts? Which do you remember the story?
the hair grease. I remember
Oh,
that
you was
one.
here for that one?
Oh yeah,
That was a good
and,
one.
didn't it have like a basketball player or something in there? And somebody was trying to be like him, and Michael Jackson and all that. Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, you was here for the Draco script?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually have those edited. They're on the YouTube channel,
Yeah.
but they're not uploaded, so
Gotcha.
we haven't put it out.
That was
So you was here
hilarious.
talking about Draco
Yeah.
and Illuminati and
Yeah.
the ghost of Michael Jackson?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I was
So
on
it
that one
was-
too.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
it was so funny because people were trying to like get those high pitches and those low pitches, and so it was just such a. And I was like cracking up along the way because you don't know what you're gonna run into on the script.
Exactly.
So it's like
So-
funny, yeah.
Okay.
That's dope.
So you moved to Atlanta, like, why Atlanta versus New York or LA?
Yeah, or LA especially.
So one thing that really made me choose Atlanta is it's so up and coming in the film industry that there's
Yeah.
so many opportunities for the underdog, as opposed to out in LA, they're picking the A-listers, they're picking everyone else who's already in the industry who has a name. So with so many opportunities here, you're able to, you know, be someone who doesn't have a name for yourself and be able to make one.
Yeah.
And so when I came down here the first time, that's when I was like, okay, I actually want to live here. So I got a manager down here. And then that's when I was
That's
like,
dope.
okay, I need to like go. And so he was like, I'm waiting for you to come down here so I can get you started.
See, and that's why I was like, man, she's not dumb. Like, so
Thank
That's
you.
what-
Clearly, I like it.
That's saying that's what you think.
well, so all right, let me clarify. So
Please.
These conversations are very interesting.
I went on a rant on the previous podcast because I feel like so many actors and actresses is like, what the fuck is your plan?
Yeah.
They be like 35 driving an Uber, like, I'm gonna make it. Blah, blah. Yeah, so you're shaking your head.
No, because one thing, I've only been here a week. I just moved here last Friday.
Oh,
and so since I've been here, like it's been bothering me because it's like I need to be out here on auditions. I need
You wanna be
out here
grinding. Yeah.
And so it bothers me just sitting around, and I don't ever want to sit around and wait for opportunities to come to me. So I've been, emailing anybody I could, finding any casting auditions or anything like that. I mean, this week I have my auditions with different agencies and stuff, but in the meantime, it's just like I can't sit around when it's so many opportunities out here.
Now,
Yeah, especially with the recently added with Tyler Perry Studios.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, his grand opening for his new setups or whatever you got. He got something. He
He
the
has
biggest
a
whole complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Has
crazy.
that impacted your decision to move down? at all?
Yeah, well, I was already deciding to come down there before this, but now, like, knowing that he has this and that he named all these studios after these big people, they're going to bring their projects here. So
Yeah.
that means more work for people here, which is
Oh, yeah.
great. So,
Yes.
yeah.
And everywhere we go, we see another set being built or something being made. For
Like
a
on the
movie.
production side,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah,
It's
and
amazing.
you know, in Ohio, we don't have that. Like this year, we've had 2 big movies, and they're filming right now. So like the
Yeah.
producer of like Black Panther is there right now and everything
Wow.
like that. So, but it's like they just happened after I left.
Yeah.
So in Ohio, there's not movies going on.
You look
all
like
the time.
some. You be on some Wakanda shit. I can see that.
Oh, what kind of works?
Yeah, she got the complexion.
Black
for
Panther 2.
Thank you
The complexion for the direction. I see.
for the direction. I like that. Yeah,
That's dope.
No, one thing we talked about on this podcast in the past is having like multiple lanes, multiple hustles. So it's a fine line between having one area where you just focus versus like I can't just be good at one thing. I still need to do other shit. So do you feel a pressure to diversify?
I
on
do,
that?
only because like nowadays people are looking for people who have triple threats. They can sing, they can dance, and they can act. That's the people who are going to book everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Who expects motherfuckers to be able to sing?
Nowadays they do.
Who?
They
Everybody?
do.
Man, that's the thing now, man.
Yeah, and so it's like it's discouraging because
I mean, yeah,
I
it's
can't
been going on
sing.
with Disney and all like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whole
Disney,
new-
Disney all the time.
But that's growing into mainstream.
Yeah.
now, like for real. That's
That
the
is
thing.
so you got to pop lock in the audition?
Everything.
Yeah.
They like that. That way, like,
Gotta
you
be
know,
like
you're
Chris
diverse.
Brown.
You're able to do everything. Because if you notice, like, a lot of the TV shows that are out that are really popular deal with, you know, singers, dancers, and actors.
I mean, I'm thinking of Empire
Wow.
for
Yeah.
sure.
And, you know, like stars, stuff like that. But so, yeah, it's hard because it's like, well, I can't make myself, you know, be a singer, be
Well,
a dancer.
You could be a rapper, you know. It's got-
Now you got bars?
yeah, you got bars.
I'm gonna pass. But, you know, so it's like I have to work like a lot harder. But currently right now, the only thing that I'm focusing on is acting. So I don't even have like a part-time, full-time. This summer, I worked super hard to save enough money to be able to just focus on acting for 2
That's
months
so dope.
alone. Yeah.
Wow.
You see, this is much different than other people we talk to. Like, what the fuck is your plan?
No.
Well, you know,
She has a plan.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
it's like you got a whiteboard. You got a whiteboard and there's some shit on it.
I do. I have goals.
See,
yeah.
it's
Vision
like-
board. That's one of the things they tell you to have is like a vision board. That way you can see yourself like where you want to be and everything. And it actually helps.
As a writer, it's frustrating because I'm like, what I ended up doing was just at first I was targeting film events and actors, voice
Yeah.
actors, but I was like, man, fuck that. Just just regular people who work 9 to 5s who are
Yeah.
interested in voice acting has been a more consistent market for me
Wow.
because, I mean, y'all seen it. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just maybe until we're more known. I just
Yeah.
haven't been able to attract like actual
Yeah.
actors and actresses. 'Cause
That's
people,
crazy because there's so many of them that you would think in their downtime they would want something like this to, you know, keep them up on their skills.
We not that
Yeah,
hot.
just
that's
just
the
from
thing.
We ain't that hot.
Yeah, just from our
They don't like
experience.
us, you know.
yeah, everybody's opportunistic, so everybody wants to make it.
Yeah,
So it's kind of
they
like
think- they think it's a waste of their time.
I want to get
or
closer
blah,
to
blah,
making
blah.
it.
Yeah.
So-
So unless like, you know, I can understand. I guess it's different because I'm not from here, so I don't realize, you know, the connections that other people have. I'm just coming from Ohio,
I
so
don't
you
think
know,
the
this
motherfuckers
is-
be perpetrating. That would be the thing.
Everybody says get out there and network. You never know who knows who and everything like
I
that.
think
Yes.
that's
But
a loose.
true.
I think that's a loose term though. People don't know how to network.
Really?
What
don't?
is-
Yeah.
so what does
I don't know.
networking
Networking's
mean?
tough.
What does that mean?
I mean, okay. Let me rephrase that. I don't think people like to make the effort to network.
Networking
It's-
stuff.
That's what I
it
can
takes
see.
time and effort. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And paying
that's
for
what-
parking.
So what is the definition of network? Like, what does that mean?
It's an intentional, like you're going for a targeted audience. So, for example, if I'm going to do business development, I'm trying to sell something, I'm going to the audience that's going to buy it.
Yeah.
So if I'm trying to like, just for me as a writer, I want people to, I need more voice actors. I'm going to try to go to a place where I think I can get voice actors.
So when
showcase.
people
So-
tell us that they want to network with us, they
Basically,
want to sell
it-
something to us?
No,
Not
it's
sell
just
something,
connection.
but it's connecting.
Yeah.
Connecting with like-minded people that might got some opportunities here or there and everything like
Yeah.
that.
It's like for me, this is a little bit off topic. For me, I'm in the paper football community. Where you basically pull the fake ball and you kick field goals, right? But I don't know enough people in that community, so I have to network with other.
So what kind of
paper
events do you
football
go to for that?
players. Barbecues.
Y'all be at the barbecue doing like, Like doing a little football shit. So what you be like, hey, you want them ribs? You got made a field goal. Like, what the fuck?
I'm done.
I'm sorry.
I'm not coming for that one.
So I do have a question though. It seems like there's a lot of actors who are getting a buzz off of like creating channels on YouTube or are getting visible off of like things like TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah.
Is that something that you thought about exploring or?
For like a brief second I did, but then it's like I don't ever want it to get off path, because sometimes when people start YouTube channels, sometimes their brand can completely get off path and then they're focused on something other than acting, and then when they try to become an actor or actress, people don't take them as serious because they're looking at them in a different realm now.
Oh wow.
So I was like, I'm just gonna try to do it other than how everybody else is trying to do it.
So what is your brand? How would you describe your brand? What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't think I really explored it yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. One thing that I still need to learn how to do is like actually get on social media and do what I need to do to create my brand. But I feel like it's not, I'm not going to say not as important, but it's not on the top of my list until I can finally start booking. And then from there, maybe focus on it from there.
Kind of like the organic way.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, a lot of people just throwing themselves on social media and they don't even know what they're promoting.
Yeah.
So I guess she wants a general idea of where she want to go.
Well, the pressure. You got to think. The pressure of, like, actress or an actress getting a role because of her following, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think Lala was an example.
Yeah, she was talking about that.
What happened with Lala?
Well, everybody was hating on her, spoiler alert, her death scene, okay?
Yeah.
And they were saying she couldn't act and all this stuff. They've been saying that for a while.
What she do? She went like this?
But, I mean, we've even commented on our channel, like,
Right.
she's not the best actor. But what she was
It's
saying...
apparent.
But what she
Damn.
was saying is that, they're haters, of course. The hater talk.
Yeah.
But she's saying that she's growing, she's getting better. Plus, she has a following that's going, like, she has 10 million followers on Instagram.
Right.
And she's like...
Wait, she has 10...
Yeah, she has a big following.
10. It's Lala.
And she's like, she has a following that's going to tune in to
What the fuck she
whatever
be
she's
talking about?
doing.
It's Lala.
It's just Lala.
I mean,
She's
it's
been-
Lala.
yeah.
Lala's
She's been in the industry for a minute.
She's been a radio personality.
She
No,
Kim
she's been a
Kardashian's
host.
best friend.
Yeah.
Like what
Well,
Kevin
things like
Garnett
that.
said, she's Honey Nut Cheerios.
But she's
Exactly.
Kim Kardashian's best friend.
But she was
They
just
go
saying
for it.
that she has the following to promote what she's doing. So
Yep.
the,
That's
she's
what
not
they
trying to
look
say the
for.
reason she's getting these jobs is because of her following, but that's a big part of it.
That's
I mean,
what they
that's
look for, because actually my first role, the one that's on Amazon Prime now, I had auditioned for a supporting role, but they wanted me to be the lead, but they were like, we don't know, because normally we only work with people who have a huge following so that they're able to promote this, and then we're able to get those views up and we're able to do this. So with somebody who no one knows, we don't really know if we want to take that chance on you.
And nowadays, you have to have, I feel like they ask so much of people.
Bruh.
Because I was just talking about this with my cousin. And we were watching this rap show. I ain't going to say what it is. But we was watching this show. And it's kind of like, the show isn't really looking for talent. They're looking for somebody they can already push out there, package, and they can make money off of.
Right.
That has everything. That has
Yeah.
the following, the look, the voice, the lyrics, everything.
Yep.
They don't have to work that hard. So I feel like in the acting, I feel like it could be the same way. They're looking for someone that maybe have, tens of thousands. So every, whatever, what is it, 10%?
Yeah.
They can reach that 10% and they'll get those views. If
Oh,
you
the
can promote it.
engagement.
Yeah, engage it.
And they're able to get that promotion
It
out
is
there
all
for
about-
the different
Yeah.
projects and stuff.
Exactly. That's that resume that they're
Damn.
looking for.
So-
I know it's like that for indie films, but I don't know for regular TV and film if it's like that. So
Yeah, I don't know about that.
What are they doing? They don't have a marketing team?
they marketing team, no, they do have followers, but not a marketing team. So they're looking for the person to actually do majority of the work, get that
Yeah.
out.
So
there.
you're an actor, actress, and social media.
Yeah,
you have to be
actually,
busy.
when they first posted the movie on social media, they wanted us to, get it out there and get it to the people. But, I don't get, the income that comes from when people watch it on Amazon Prime. So they're making, money off of this as people keep clicking
I
on this
see.
video, but I get paid one time. So it's like to promote something.
The
Sounds
incentive.
familiar.
That's tough.
Yeah,
So
to promote.
what's your incentive?
Huh?
So your financial incentive to like promote.
Nothing.
Yeah.
They just say, well, don't you want a season 2?
Damn.
Yeah.
God damn.
And then they told me, if the people don't like you, then we're going to have to get rid of you. I was the lead, but they were like, if they don't like you, We got to get rid
So
of
there's
you.
really no relationship.
No.
Like, who do you
But
get
luckily,
cool
the
with?
people like
Yeah.
me. Huh?
Okay.
Okay.
That's great. That's
I was
great.
scared. I was watching like every
Oh my
show. Like,
gosh.
please don't say nothing bad about me. But it's
Yeah.
hard also to have like tough skin because people are gonna critique you. And
It's
sometimes you
always-
can't
yeah.
help it.
You can't
Yeah, that's
help
for
it.
everything.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That's true.
So let me ask a question.
Mm.
So in terms of, we're talking about the idea of dealing with criticism and, perception. How do
Yeah.
you feel about someone like 50 Cent and how he approaches it? And he'll just go after people. Do you think that's...
I think that's a little extreme. Although he's funny when he does it, though. Like,
Yeah.
it's always, like, something funny behind it. So I don't know whether to take him serious or not. But
Ooh.
it's definitely
50.
extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when people hear his name, they're just like, I can't take him serious.
can't take
You can't.
Exactly. Me, like, when people say something bad about me, at first it used to bother me a little bit. But it still might, actually. I don't know. It's been a minute. But... I don't know. I'm still trying to, keep that tough skin and understand that I can't change the script. I can't change who the character is portrayed to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's not personal to me. It's to the character.
But you don't get any input? So this kind of segues into
No.
our last podcast of Gemini Man. Gemini Man, Will Smith was great. But that script is like, what? If I'm Will Smith, I would have been like, we got to rewrite this, and this.
It depends on the director. And somebody like Will
Angry.
Smith, he might have, more pull. But somebody like me, like my character, she cussed a lot. And she said some things that I wouldn't typically say. And although they said, you're able to switch up the script to fit how you would speak, it was certain parts where I was like, okay, I don't really feel comfortable saying this. And they were just like, well, that's how it's written. That's how you have to do it. And so it's like certain things that they may be able to budge on, and then others they may not be able to.
Very interesting.
Wow.
Damn, this is a tough game. You got to be gangster for this
Yeah.
shit.
It was actually crazy because I was actually very uncomfortable for a lot of the scenes I had to do. Like I had to have like a partner and all this stuff. So it was like a lot that I had to,
So how was the process in getting into that character? Like on your off days, you have to just act like that person, act like that character, just so you could get into that emotion?
When I wasn't there, I was like constantly like studying my scripts and trying to make sure that I was in the mindset. But then like once I got on set, sometimes I would freak myself out because I had like a kissing scene with my other like co-star or whatever. And so I was like really
how'd
stressed
that
out.
go?
It was very awkward because
They gotta take breath mints and stuff.
I met him that same day. So it was like really awkward, like to be able
Oh, that's
to.
crazy.
Yeah, like a couple minutes before it happened.
You got bad breath?
Yeah. Well,
Damn, don't blow his...
I know.
I'm just saying.
he was a great,
Professional.
Yeah, he was a
Professional.
professional.
And he used chapstick.
And he was just like, and also he was like 10 years older than me. So he was just like, he was like, I do this. So.
Oh, so he made you comfortable.
Yeah,
That's all he said.
Okay.
Do this.
Yeah,
Don't worry
and then
about this.
I felt a little bit discouraged because he was like, "Oh no, like this isn't my
That's
first
cool.
time," and I was
That's
like,
Okay, that's up.
Okay. All
I
right.
do this all the time.
It took a couple takes because
I
I was,
ain't gonna lie,
I was
that
like
was-
laughing in the middle and stuff, and it was like a couple scenes that I had to do, and it was like awkward.
Like, oh,
I
kiss your
can't
teeth.
imagine doing something like that. Like,
Yeah, first film, and I had to
As long as you don't got mono.
It was a lot, and they had to like count it down. Wow.
Anyway,
What the L, bro?
Hey, you remember the Jets quarterback that got mono? I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
the first dude in like 30 years.
I'm just saying. Like, you never know now. You never know.
You don't know.
I think we
That's
kind of
crazy.
know. We kind of...
Yeah.
was that like the most uncomfortable, or what?
we
were
had
there
other
moments?
We had other scenes that we had to do. It was very
Okay.
awkward,
Okay.
but they made it look like it was something, but it wasn't
But it
behind
wasn't,
the scenes.
yeah.
But it was still awkward to me because it was something completely out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
So like even for the kissing scene, they had to like count down from like 10 all the way down because they wanted it to be like really dramatic or whatever. So
Oh.
yeah,
That's
So you just...
that would make me more nervous.
it was
10, 9.
it was awkward. Well, no, like while we were kissing, like they had to like
It's a
count
10
down.
10-second count.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. And then they were like, "Oh, we got to do it again." I was like,
See,
"Oh,
you had to hold it for 10 seconds.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Oh, that's what's up.
yeah."
That's how I see it.
Yeah, we definitely
Like
became
stick a tongue or something?
friends.
Why you got it?
It was not. No.
I'm just joking.
Can we get a weird meter?
It was no tongue. Okay.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
a friend.
Why is the greatest gift? Why are you getting weird?
I'm just joking, you know.
You joking?
I'm pretty sure they don't act and tongue kiss.
No, yeah.
Hey, you watch some movies. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So is there like a role that you really want to do that you haven't done yet? Like I don't know, like a really funny role or like a really dramatic?
Okay, so the problem was when I was first getting started, a lot of people wanted to put me in romantic comedy roles because that's an easy role to put me into, and I didn't want to just get stuck doing that consistently. So I actually branched out and I did a horror film, which was really fun. It was different. Cool. Yeah.
Did you like that?
I did. It was completely different, but it was so much fun while we were doing it. And then now I just want to do an action film. Shit. So I took like stunt fighting for acting. I took one of those classes. I was extremely sore, but it was so much fun, and it was completely different from anything I'm used to, so it'd be fun to do that.
Cool. No, actually, one of my favorite characters this year was Halle Berry in John Wick. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it.
So she had the dogs, and she was like, that shit was dope.
Oh, she was in it?
Yeah.
I thought she stopped acting.
Nah, she was in John Wick. Keanu Reeves 50 and damn so.
I don't know.
But she killed her role in that.
Yeah.
See, I like stuff like that where you're able to like get outside of the box to let people know you're able to do other things other than what they're trying to put you in. Yeah.
That's really cool. So
in Atlanta, Atlanta has like a lot of opportunities for like up and coming films or independent films, from my understanding. There's a lot of different roles.
Oh yeah.
But did you want to kind of shout out? Well, really, I want to know the movie that's on Netflix.
Oh yeah,
you definitely got to support.
It's Prime.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Amazon Prime. Oh wow. Who got the pass?
Netflix.
Who got the password to that?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Goddamn.
Who got
I
the
wish
code
I
to
was on
that?
Netflix.
I forgot. Amazon has its own service. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you did watch
That's
The
not
Boys,
bad.
right?
But don't we have it?
You watched The Boys
we have
on it,
Amazon
man.
Well, y'all have it. Okay, yeah. Send me that password. I'll check you out. Yeah.
The confusion is real. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Like
I didn't know they had original series.
Yeah.
The Boys is an original
Boys.
series.
Oh, that's Amazon?
Yes.
Yes, fool.
Oh, shout out. Shout out.
Okay.
Excuse
I'm sorry.
You on the same page? Okay.
All right, go ahead. Shout
He
your
got it. Okay. Oh, it's called Single and Ready. And then like it's my face
sounds
as the
familiar.
cover. Yeah.
That sounds really familiar. I ain't gonna lie.
It does.
Yeah.
So yeah, I look back at it now and I cringe. But
Trust me, we look back on House Hunters and throw up.
We was on.
Oh yeah, House Hunters. Yeah, y'all are celebrities. Yeah, I forgot about that. House Hunters. Oh yeah, the comments on that one though.
Oh yeah, did you see the comments?
So we were on HGTV House Hunters, and it's like
what?
when they do, they repeat that shit all the time. So when
at the doctor's office and the daycare.
Easy.
we're like, ooh.
I know. It's like, you just look back at yourself, but then that lets you know that you have grown.
So I got one more question.
What?
So if you don't mind me asking,
Oh gosh.
it's not a bad question.
Where's that weird meter at?
It's not a bad question. Since they got some strange comments on House Hunters,
Yeah.
what was some of the peculiar comments you got
Oh, that's a good question.
for your character? I told you.
Oh well, right after, because we first showed it on YouTube, and it was like an episode a week, and people were actually finding me on social media, and they were inboxing me, "Hey, I know you're looking for Mr. Right. I could be your Mr. Right."
Sliding.
It was crazy, actually. It was a lot of people, and I was just like, "Do I respond? Do I not respond?"
Do they know that this was a scripted
I was like, this
program?
is not. I was like, I'm really not looking for a guy. Like, this is not real.
Hey, shooters got to shoot.
Yeah, it was actually it was actually like an interracial dating thingy. So of course, so it was like everybody coming in like, oh no, yeah.
So this was this is the equivalent of Christian Bale getting a message like, "Bruh, they in my neighborhood. You Batman, bro." It's like, it's a movie.
It's crazy. No, seriously, people really thought I was looking for a guy, and I'm like,
That's
this
crazy.
is not.
They thought it was a documentary or some shit.
Yeah, they thought. I guess they thought like I was on a real life dating show, like looking for Mr. Right, and I'm like,
pick me.
this ain't that type of party.
Yeah.
Girl.
That's cool. That's hilarious. We got some crazy ass comments. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, I read them. They were funny. Oh yeah, check on the YouTube. Yeah, I was laughing. It was hilarious.
I think they deleted it, but anyway.
They ain't deleted
Yes.
it. They didn't
No,
delete it.
They didn't?
Go on Amazon Prime. Make sure you check out Bree on there. That's
Yes.
the energy we want.
Single and ready.
Single and ready.
Single and
Yes.
ready. Yeah,
Yes.
single and ready.
I am so excited.
Single and Ready, the movie. Or
Yes.
it's a series, TV series.
It's a series that they made into a movie. So
Okay.
like the producer is Johnny Swirl. So it'll be like produced by Johnny Swirl, Single and Ready, and you'll see my face on the cover.
So Johnny Swirl, and it's an interracial dating.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, that's when I first learned about the swirl community because
It's called the swirl community.
There's a whole community out there that like.
I thought it was just called interracial or whatever.
No. It's called the swirl community.
If you're down with the swirl.
And they like they get a kick out of like he has a whole YouTube channel that has like swirl questions and little web series.
What, hair care products?
No, like how like he'll have like interracial couples come on there and say like what their experience was, or people will ask him like, what do you look for when you look for a black woman, or like different things like that. And he'll answer, and he has and it's been going. He has like a following.
So that's why they were in the comments.
Yeah, and that's why they came into my inbox, and I'm like,
Whoa.
I didn't know what to say.
Well,
shout out to the swirl.
You learn something new every day. Yeah.
Shout out to the swirl.
Hey, I do.
Shout out to the squirrel community.
Do they have the answer to the question of, when you bring it to the barbershop, or do you bring it to the cookout?
They didn't.
Okay.
Well, at least not that I know about, but no. I'm
That's
sure if you do enough research, it'll be something on there. But yeah, they meet. It's a community.
That's cool.
Damn.
A collective.
Cool.
That's a collective.
All right, man.
This has been informative.
Very informative. Very excited to have Bree on here, man. It's a dope episode.
Thank you.
She rocked out during the table reads. Really hope she comes back for the next season with a solid,
Can't wait.
No swirls.
No swirl.
But shout out to the swirl community.
No squirrels. Yeah, no squirrels.
Yeah.
Swirl community.
We
So
love
I guess
you guys.
where can they reach you at?
My Instagram is at Harmony589, and then Facebook is Bre'Ana, BRE''ANA Nix NIX.
You know I got attitude about that.
Yeah.
I know, he was like, so it has the apostrophe. Is there like a different way to say your name? I'm like, no, it's just Bre'Ana.
So Bre'Ana.
I promise you, I didn't incorporate it in there myself. My parents are just really extra.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
shout out.
Bree with an apostrophe. Okay.
Yeah, with the apostrophe.
That's swirl in there.
All right.
All right, go.
So you want to give our social media?
Oh yeah, Welcome to the Wall podcast on IG, Twitter, and on Facebook.
Yes, shout out.
All right, so follow us.
Very
Until
simple.
then, check out another episode on our YouTube channel. Peace.